Good Sunday afternoon, my lovelies. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute and talk about. Oh goodness, sorry about the burps. The Town of Griswold, Ron Ripley. Let's see, I'm about, I want to say halfway through this book, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about the books. Let's see. Okay, so there's a total of 9 in Ron Ripley's books, in this one at least. It's called Berkeley Street Series. Hold on. Okay. For a second there, I thought I had them out of order. But anyways, so with, Ron Ripley's books, they all look to be around 200 and 220 pages. So far, I want to say they're pretty decently written. For ghost stories. Now, I enjoy a good ghost story. These are ghost stories. They're not like horror, mild, if you want to call it horror, thriller. I don't see much of a thriller in it, but like, it's a ghost story. It's under the ghost story genre. The first 2 books were good. This one, it's good. They don't, let's see. Ron Ripley doesn't get very descriptive. He doesn't go into a lot of details about, the characters, the setting, whatever, which is fine. You still get the idea of, how the characters are, how they react to things. He's basically touching the surface of the characters, the setting, and all that stuff. Like I said, he doesn't go into a lot of details or go, extremely descriptive like a lot of these authors do. Again, which is fine, especially if you want a quick read. They're quick reads. Like, I could have this finished in a day if, I'm left alone long enough, or, I can focus long enough to read. So if you like a good ghost story that kind of just touches surface and don't go into a lot of this, doesn't get very descriptive, I think is the word I'm looking for, which, can leave you with a lot of your own thoughts and ideas of, background stories and stuff, let's see. His sentence structure seems pretty, decent. He's not all over the place, if you know what I mean. He just, yeah, not all over the place. Sorry, my brain kind of lost track on what I was saying, but like I said, it's fairly decent. If you like a good ghost story that doesn't go deep into being descriptive and takes 10 years to explain like one scene or whatever, they just gives you an idea of, what happens in each scene, and your mind can wander from there, I guess you could say. So, if you like a good, quick ghost read story, Ron, try not to cover up his name and stuff. Ron Ripley is pretty good. It's young adult, I want to say. So if even me at 41, I enjoy it. So, but I don't want to say there's not a lot of romance. There's a hint or two of a relationship between the main male character and, the main female character. But like it doesn't dive into, a complex description of their relationship, but that they're in a relationship. So, but yeah, it just doesn't get into it. So, yeah, that is my thoughts on Ron Ripley and his ghost stories. He's got, I think, 2 or 3 different series. This is Berkeley Street series. This is book 3 through 9. And then it looks like he's also got, let's see, Haunted Collection series. So far, I've noticed there's about 9, which I have right over here that I need to give to my brother as soon as I read them. I went to his website, and I think I noticed at least 1 or 2 other series on top of the 2 that I'm reading right now. So yeah, if you know of any good ghost stories, series, books, whatever, I'd be interested in reading them and your thoughts on them. If you've read Ron Ripley, let me know your thoughts on Ron Ripley. I still like to go back and kind of read kids' books like Goosebumps, Animorphs, Warriors, which is Cats by Aaron Hunter. Yeah, that's a 5th grader read, but sometimes it's nice to go back and kind of read them again just to see how different your perspective is from when you was in 5th grade to your age now. Just to see how different your feelings are or whatever of it. So with that said, I'm gonna let y'all go. See you later.